is in comedy. Well, it's fascinating because, you know, what's funny? I was talking to somebody about this the other day. It's like, I always have done comedy, but I used comedy as a way to get on. Like your generation, which is earlier than my generation, people don't understand how it was so different. So it was like, you get known as a comic, you get your TV spots, you headline on the road, you get your development deal, you get your sitcom, you get your movie vehicle, you never go back to the clubs.
Yes.
That's how it used to be. And somewhere in 2014...
Is that when it was?
Kevin Hart played Madison Square Garden, and next week he was at Flappers. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, working on my new shit. And it was like, social media made us all, and like you would see 10 headliners that were selling arenas doing one show. And it was all
That's
like.
That's happened a lot lately.
Yes. Yeah. And so I was like,
unbelievable. I'm going, what are they doing?
So it's like, it's almost.
If I have a night off, I'm a night off.
Yes. So I think it's, we all became social. There wasn't like, you know, open micers could be on the same show as known headliners, and it's a much more communal thing. But the issue is it never stops now. Like I used to do colleges. I do 3 colleges in a row, make $75,000.
Yeah.
And the club would offer me 2 nights, and I'm like, why? And then my agent was smart enough to go, well, because you got to get good.
Oh.
And so I could ride 30 minutes on just my fame in college and having 20 more, and then where you from for the last 10.
Yeah.
So, and I'd have a good opener for
Tell
me.
a couple Nev Campbell stories, and they're good, right?
And we're great. And, you know, Bill Dawes opened up for me, give me some punchlines, and it was done.
Yeah.
But then I would go
I love him too. He's another one.
He's a killer.
By the way, he's another one that said good things about you.
Thank you.
And Jeremy Piven. He told me about Jeremy as well. He opens for him.
Yeah, Jeremy's killing it. And I love
I just worked with him the other day. First time ever. And I complimented him. I said, look, I look for the actors, you know, because there are some that they just go on their name like you used to.
But I know, but it's not true.
I know.
But here's the thing.
You're telling me it's true in the same sentence. That you weren't as good as you are
now.
No,
I was 100%. But what I want to say is, that is true.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I was doing both, and so it's like, because I'm more famous as an actor, and I'm lucky to be famous. People equated that acting more as stand-up, and it's funny because people don't remember like all comics act.
Oh,
I mean, Chappelle was doing more movies than me in the 90s.
He did Men in Tights, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, he did
when
Blue
he was 12.
Streak.
Did you know I was his first headliner he ever opened for when he was 15?
No.
I just saw him last summer. He invited me over to his summer camp at his house, and it's a cornfield. What a time that was, by the way. I walk in, I brought Caroline Ray with me, and there's Jimmy Fallon. I helped him get Saturday Night Live, and he gave me credit for it. And then Chappelle introduced me. This guy's a legend. He was the first guy ever headliner I was like 22, and he was like 15 or whatever. And he remembered it, but he also remembered some. You know how we have great memories, but some of them are bad, like resentment memories.
Yeah.
He says to the crowd, he pulled me aside. He says, I don't know how to introduce people. Like apparently I corrected him. And all these years later, 40 years later, I had no idea that I said that to him. That I pulled him aside and go, you don't know how to introduce people. We had a blast, though. We ad-libbed, and then Chris Rock walks in off of his private jet. And
what a camp.
Hey, I'm Chris Rock. We know.
Wow.
And, Jimmy Fallon and Jon Stewart, he was there, and it was just a crazy weekend.
Wait, let's go back. So you say so much. I want to focus on one thing.
Yeah, I know.
So what I'm saying is that everything you're saying is correct, but I love it when I go to these small towns like Dayton, and I get this compliment more than ever. As an actor, I didn't know what to expect, but you're a real comic. Thanks, 3 years in Dayton, local. Thanks. Thank you for letting me in the fucking brass gates of comedy.
But I said the same thing.
You said it. I'm going to listen to you. But it's like you can own comedy because you came up.
3 decades in.
It's 4. Rick Overton, right. Saget. I mean, you started in the 70s. You started before the first boom. Okay. When did you start?
Yeah, like 80.
Okay, you started 80.
My first guy ever.
43
first guy
years
I opened
ago.
for was Bob Saget.
It's insane.
He
From
had
Philly.
He had a guitar, and he had it rigged where suddenly water started pouring off of it, and then he sang "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, I'm opening for this guy. Yeah, bottle of red, bottle of white. That makes pink. That was his joke. Anyway,
funny.
he was my mom's deli slicer back in Philly. He was the deli slicer, Pantry Pride. And that's how. And then he went to Temple before I did. I went to Temple.
Pantry Pride.
Yes, he was
no
the deli
one
guy.
realized what that is.
It's a grocery store.
It's amazing.
And he was in the back slicing my mom's meats, which sounds really weird. But anyway, I started with him.
Capicola.
Rich Hall. I don't know if you remember
Rich Hall, 1980.
Yeah, this is Rich Hall.
Eddie.
Joe Bolster.
Joe Piscopo.
No, Piscopo wasn't it?
No, but that class of 1980 SNL was also hit me at that time.
Right. Yes.
Where I was 10 years old and I'm like, this is what I got to do.
And they took a downturn, but they had, to me, the best. Who do you think? I think the best actress, comedic actress in history of television. Who do you think it is?
Well,
she was on there very briefly.
Well, I'll tell you a couple of people that were on there. Well, it was Eddie. It was Joe.
Female.
I know. I'm just going through it. Rich Hall.
That's right.
Tim Kazurinsky.
That's right. This is an 80.
Mary Gross.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was another guy.
I know who you're talking about.
White guy.
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
That's exactly right.
She was on. I want to see
Gilbert Gottfried too.
Gilbert too. I want to say Julia was 20.
In 83, I believe. And
Robert Downey Jr. came on in like 81.
That's right.
And Anthony Michael Hall.
Right.
People forget this.
They do, and they all ended up to be obviously
and
really great actors too.
They were all known. They were known from movies,
but not for that. And somehow the transition didn't take place. Billy Crystal had success.
Billy was incredible.
Coming off of that and on to that.
But dude, when I went back for SNL the second time, I auditioned the second time. Lauren said he's done too many movies, so it changed.
No, wow,
yeah, so he wanted unknowns. So let's go back for a second.
Yeah,
so much, dude. Yeah, Julia Louise Dreyfus. I remember. I want to say she was 19.
I think she's the best actress in the history of television.
You might not be wrong.
I don't think you can name anyone funnier, including Lucille Ball.
Lucille, Mary Tyler Moore.
Great, all great. All incredible, like the best.
Betty White.
But this is somebody.
No, you're right. She's in the pantheon.
Veep and Seinfeld.
No, you're right.
And New Christine.
No, you're right. I know. New Christine's under the radar.
Every single part that she's ever done, she's amazing, and something really pretty about her. Like because she's so talented.
Beautiful.
It ups the level. I don't know if you
married
ever had
to Brad Hall.
That's right.
Who was on that season.
On that season as well.
And is a huge showrunner.
Yeah.
And is also the Dreyfus Fund. So she was already like...
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah, but...
Have you ever... You don't come from money either, right?
No.
Yeah, I come from like poverty, right?
Yeah.
That's the one thing in my life that I want to give my kids is like a head start, because I always felt like there was a struggle. Like I couldn't stay in town. I had to go on the road and make money.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, for instance, if you lived out here already, that's a step up. If you go to Beverly Hills High with people that are now showrunners, that's a step up. So you have this, like, you get all these head starts.
But you got to be good.
Right, but I had to get really good on the road.
You did. What I'm saying is, if you had ins, I don't know how many.
I don't agree with you.
People could have.
There are a lot of people that aren't that good.
So you're saying they're
surrounded by great cast. They're surrounded by great scripts.
So you're saying there's a lot of mediocre.
Absolutely, like there's
stars.
There's tons of talent out there, but they'll never be discovered because they're in Iowa or whatever.
Give me a mediocre. No, but give me a mediocre star.
I gotta name some. Let me name someone dead.
Yeah.
Because then nobody can come after me.
No, I know, but I'm on the point where I don't care. I understand. I know there's a guy that's a very big actor. I'm not going to say his name. He's not known.
See?
But he's kissed in because of someone else in his family. But he's not.
I know comics that have done that. Kissed in.
But he's never the star. He's always like the fifth lead.